Why do you think so many players like Jaime Jaquez and people like that are killing? Because they did 4 years of college.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think Kyle Kuzma adjusted to the league so well? Because he did 4 years of college. Why do you think people like Corey Crisper can come in and play his role and be one of the best shooters in the league as a rookie when he came in? Because he played his role at Gonzaga. Somebody told him, you're not going to be a first-round pick, son.
Yeah, it's true. Y'all, welcome back. I know it's been a while since we've done a sports episode. So this episode is dedicated to what's going on in the worldwide of sports. We talking all the sports today. So you know how to bring back the sportsman himself, the guru, a.k.a. Stevo. The guy with me. But look, I want to thank y'all. Before we go any further, you know what you got to do to keep seeing this amazing content? You got to subscribe. I want you to go right now. There's a button. It says subscribe. Just buy a little bell. Click CVMK. You got to download the episode. You listen on Spotify. Keep playing it. Keep playing it. Give it to your mama. Give it to your baby mama. Give it to your pastor. Give it to your bishop. Just give it to somebody. I want y'all to keep getting these numbers up. Subscribe, hit like, share, comment. We thank y'all because y'all make this happen. And I'm so excited. We're so thrilled about this episode. This is going to be a good one. We're going to cover it all. And when I say all, I do mean all. After a quick break from our sponsors. Stevo!
That's the word.
How you doing today, man?
Man, it's another late night. We getting it in.
Another late night. But if you see this, it's probably a Monday. But it's a late night for us.
Yeah.
And, you know, brother still got 95,
You got to do what you got to do.
Do what you got to do. So we burn the oil over here because the oil be burning. Yo, we got to cover.
I'm singing in the oil.
That's it, man. We got to cover the hottest sports out right now. Is the WNBA.
For sure.
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I've kind of watched the NBA playoffs, but not really. I'm just being honest. It's just there's nothing to watch. I mean, I like Ant, I love Ant, and I love Kyrie. But once you get outside those two, I mean, you know, if I make it, I make it. If I don't, I don't. But when it comes to the WNBA, you got the Caitlin Clarks of the world, the Angel Reeses, the AJ Wilsons. Asia. You got Kelsey Plummer.
I know why you did it. The way it's spelled,
it's like AJ, yeah. But it's Asia. Yeah. I mean, you got a whole Boston, Cleveland. You just have a whole host. Khalid Copper. I mean, you just have a whole host. Candace Parker just retired. You just have a whole host. They about to expand. Got another team coming. You got two. Have the ownership groups been announced? I don't think so.
Yeah,
they were announced.
The guy that they're the second is gonna be in Toronto.
I know it's gonna be in Toronto, but
it's gonna the dude that I think is the guy that owns the Maple Leafs.
Oh, the hockey team?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Makes sense. Canadian.
It's $1 billion corporation unit that it got to go on together. So
all right. I'm not mad. But it's growing and it's exciting. So let's start here. When Angel Reese got drafted, I went to Ticket Hub. I was like, man, season about to start. Wife's birthday's in April. My birthday's in June. Nice little date night game. Because last season, I bought mid-row at the Allstate Arena, $20 a ticket. I was like, I can afford this. It's $20. I can do this every day. $20 a ticket.
Yeah, that ticket now is about
$700.
About $250 on a low night.
On a low night, it's $700.
Bro, we had some tickets ready, and we went back to go buy them after we did our draft coverage, and we was like, "Oh my god,
$700." It's what the Bulls charging. What they charging?
It's more than the Bulls, actually.
More than the Bulls, because nobody want to watch the Bulls. And I said to myself, what they need to do is play at the United Center, at the house that MJ built, get away from Ball State. You know, have we entered into a phase where the WNBA, that used to be the laughing stock, I won't say laughing stock, but let's say it was not the favorite league, not even amongst women, has the tide turned, and are they now leading the conversation for sports?
It's definitely his turn because, like you just said, like they not only had to beat that, women's college ball was more popular than the W, and for the I would say the degree of the last 10 years.
That's true.
It's been more competitive, but it's definitely booming. Like I seen it coming. Of course, for the last few years, I've watched way more women's ball than men's ball because they actually playing basketball is way more physical than the men's game. You actually seeing plays ran, you actually seeing footwork, them using skill. Like I don't remember who they said it was, but it was a conversation years ago when they was like, WNBA players are way more skillful than NBA players now. And everybody was like, oh, y'all talking about. I was like, no, it's true. Because you got to realize these women don't have the same athleticism as men. So they have to be way more skillful. So all I knew, I've been crying for it. And I was like, it's a young league. I think a lot of people don't realize that. It's a very young league. It's only 21 years old. So
average age,
yeah. I'm talking about the league. No, I'm talking about the league the league itself. So at this rate, the NBA wasn't doing much in their 20th league, I don't think. So
they're 20 because they started in 1997, so they're 27.
Yeah, 27.
Yeah, 27. Yeah.
Yeah. So I the NBA went through phases.
It did.
And they went through a phase where it almost didn't make it. And what saved it was two people named Magic and Bird.
Yeah.
And I was paying attention to Angel and Caitlin before everybody else was because they was in the same conference in the Big Ten because Angel started off in Maryland and Caitlin was always a Hawkeye. So, they've been battling since high school. So... Right. As well as Camilla, because they from the same area. So I was seeing them battling, and I was like, okay, Angel, this little KG looking chick, who's going on here? Then she went to LSU, and then at the same time, right before that, Kim Mulkey came in, and then she announced that she going. I said, oh, they cooking, and they recruited Fly J and everything. I was like, all right. Then that was the same year that it just clicked for Caitlin. Caitlin started going off. Caitlin was doing her. But it was also names around the league as well was getting also named as well as Angel, like Fly J, Cameron Burke, Rakita Jackson, Camila Cardoso, Aaliyah Boston, who's her teammate right now. Yep. All those was going crazy. And I was like, that renaissance is coming. And then once we seen the whole thing that happened against LSU and Iowa for the championship, I said, there y'all go. That's your Larry and y'all Bird. I mean, that means that's your Magic and Bird. That's literally your Magic and Bird right there. So I was like, you got 2 years. They said they was going to do another year. I said, you got 2 years to prepare for this because they coming. And then when they come, they going to shift the whole league. And once they did, Caitlin continued to be her. Angel began her. Then the juju happened, which everybody was slowing on. I was like, bro, it was people coming to our high school games when she was at the same high school as Bronny. So I was like, I don't know how y'all didn't know about Juju. She goes crazy. Hannah and Notre Dame going off, and another forward at Stanford going off. It's like it's so much talent around the college game, especially the women's game now that now they're seeing it. So now that you got Angel and Caitlin in it, and then this draft class alone, the top 9, this is probably the most competitive. Team with a top 9 made the squad.
That's true.
That don't normally happen. The last few years, we got a pick on the team. Kennedy, what's her name? Kennedy Carter was a top 4 pick, and she's on our team now. Another Kaiser, she's on our team. She was a 4th pick before. That's the way. That's how difficult it is to play in this NBA. So now that you've seen this going in, you're seeing the results. The views is at an all time high. People are actually excited to go to these games. They actually have to move these games into NBA win arenas when Caitlin comes to town, and even now just playing around because people are actually starting to see these girls can really hoop. And I've been telling people for the longest, God, these girls are serious and they really can hoop. It's not always about the. And I think we're seeing it with the NBA. Like, it's just a dying culture because people are not playing basketball no more. It's just a league full of athletes.
That's it. You hit on the head. The NBA is not playing basketball anymore. It's soft. It's lacking competitiveness. It's overly player dominant.
And overly shooting.
There's no physicality to the game, so there's no warrior-like presence anymore within the NBA, and that is hurting. That has not hurt. It has damaged. It has damaged the NBA product. How far are we away from the WNBA Michael Jordan equivalent? And
Juju.
I want to say that. I like her game. I watched. I don't see the athleticism.
You don't need it.
You do.
I mean, I don't think so because
here's what I'm saying. Because there are WNBA players who can dunk, but there's younger athletes that are starting to get bouncier, right? And so when I say like you need it, is because you need something that makes you want to aspire to that. Like when you would say, like, man, I want my girl to play. Like if I had a daughter, I wanted her to play like.
I've tried to tell you, Juju already has that effect. Her hairstyle is called the Juju. Girls are going to get it and they say, I want the Juju.
I see that.
Like the thing with her is what set her apart is there is. And especially at the guard level, there hasn't been too many people at this young of age to have pro-like moves that she does. That's like true. She out there, like, you know how many times like the most common thing I hear when they first somebody like a person that doesn't know Juju and they first watch her, they're like, dang, she really playing like a dude. Like she really playing out there playing pro moves. I'm like, yeah, because she really like. When it comes to the offensive side of the ball, she really liked that. And I think also with her size, like people don't realize she's 6'1", almost 6'2", so she is pretty athletic. I mean, my thing is if we're gonna get that super athletic girl, I don't know if this is gonna translate to a Mike type, as in they're gonna be skillful too, because that's just a rare combo of. You know, I think what
like a Flojo.
I mean, yeah, but like, it's hard. That's a rare combination to have. Like even with the NBA, you got your Dominiques, you got your Vinces, you got your Mikes, you got your Kobe's. Those four, that's just they had no flaw. They was 6'6" with a stupid vert.
Yeah.
You're asking a woman now to just probably be 6'6", probably not going to be that athletic. The most athletic persons we see in the league is probably at tallest 6'2", 6'3".
That's true.
Because Kalia Copper, I believe she could dunk if she really wanted to.
I've seen her go up. I think she could. Yeah, I've seen her. Yeah.
Yeah, I just think like if dunking is really the thing. And I know they don't like hearing this, but I treat it just like women's volleyball. They lowered the net. Y'all should slightly lower the rim. And it's not only just for dunks. It's just to eliminate the amount of air balls.
Yeah.
And the amount of layups that get caught under the rim. You know what I mean? Like you try to get a reverse and it bounces. Like I was watching the game last night against New York and Connecticut, and it was just like, bro, I seen like 4 air balls in the one quarter, and I was like, that's not good to see.
There's still a lack of athleticism, and I agree. I think you lower them to 9 feet. Yeah. 9 feet, take 12 inches off. I think the game changes because now you're gonna have somebody that's
like imagine Asia coming off that, but like it, like, and I'm not that one to like. I don't really care if they do or don't because I like the skill no matter what. I feel like if you add that, that's going to diminish the skill level because there are women that's Dallas. We just played Dallas the other day. They got 3 women over 6'6".
Right.
I ain't trying to deal with that. I'm not trying to deal with that. So I don't want the game to diminish to like, okay, now they could just go and turn around. Like, I think that's the uniqueness of the WNBA. So, I mean, there probably will come a time because these girls are getting more athletic. They're getting more quicker. I think the next generation of what I'm seeing in athleticism is not necessarily the jumping. It's the twitchiness.
I get you.
You see, like Malaysia for a while, twitchy, super twitchy. It's I forget what her name. She went crazy in the Jordan Classic. She going into college the next year. Probably the most twitchiest woman I've ever seen in my life. Like she's Kyrie like with the handles. So like I think that's where the game is going next to more of like even with the NBA, you had your handles era, you had your point guard era. Right now, they're in a forward era.
They are
there's a lot of great forwards right now.
3 and 4s. Yeah,
3 and 4. So I think they're gonna have a guard era, and Caitlin and Juju gonna be a part of that. Hannah Hidalgo and Notre Dame gonna come in, another one. So
I like it. I mean, I agree. The WNBA is not on the rise; it has risen. It has.
It's on the way. It's coming.
It's on the way. Stay tuned. When we come back, we're going to discuss the NBA and Bronny, but I want to tackle it from a different angle. After a word from our sponsors.
There's a hero in all of us waiting to be unleashed. All it takes is just that one last push. Activate the hero within with CVMK Global Supplements. All natural, steroid-free, designed to enhance performance, build muscle, and increase energy. You are unstoppable. You can do this. Become your own hero at www.cvmkglobal.store.
All right, y'all, www.cvmkglobal.store. Look, super thick, it's in my bag. I don't know why I don't have my bag with me. The rebrand is out. Get it today, y'all. www.cvmkglobal.store. All right, look, so the NBA needs help.
Desperately.
Anthony Edwards is keeping the ship from drowning. There's a lot. The lack of competitiveness, the caricature of being a spoiled athlete, the constant complaining of calls, the constant rotation of coaches, constant lack of focus and seriousness. Not that they're not committed or dedication, but from a fan's perspective, we're talking about the fans. When we look at the NBA, honestly, we don't think they work hard, not because it's not true, because they do work hard. It's because they're so lackadaisical about it and so flauntish of such things that it just leaves a bad taste in your mouth. But I'm seeing something here. I've been watching the draft combine, right? And I'm seeing glimpses of greatness. Don't be a hater. Let me paint this picture. I really think Bronny can save his generation. Let me explain. For someone to be a basketball royalty, nobility, if you will, to have the attitude and the character and the likability, he has it from a marketing standpoint, but from a competitiveness, he's not 6'10", right? He's a flat foot 6'1.5". They list him at 210 pounds, right? So with shoes, he's about 6'3", right? So he's not this large individual. He's not a big individual, but he is a post. He's pulsating. And I think based over y'all, what I think can happen is he can give to a team like New York, Chicago, Milwaukee, and create enough, not just fanfare, but actual impact. Because he can hoop. And I know you hating over there. I see it all on you, but I'm telling you, he can hoop. I've been watching. And I'm I think personally he should do another year of college. But I see the intangibles there. I see it. I'm not just because he's LeBron's son. It's because he has it. And I think he will be great. I see him as a Chauncey Billups. That's what I said. I see he's like a Chauncey. What do you think?
He could be.
Chauncey, yeah, Chauncey. Chauncey, same height.
But not right now. This is not the time to go into the NBA. This man should be at Oregon ready to do 4 years.
4?
4.
Jeez.
You gotta understand. He got decent athleticism.
Yeah.
He's not freakily athletic.
40.5 inches.
He's undersized, and he doesn't has a stupid wingspan.
No.
And he's not a certified knockdown shooter, and he's not a certified fundamental pass first point guard. And he's a solid defender, but he ain't locking nobody down.
Well,
so therefore,
what
he should be striving to do, he need to pay attention to somebody named Gary Payton III.
GP3, okay.
And look at what he did at Oregon for 3 extra years, become Pac-12, or they going to the Big Ten. So now you got some more. You actually playing against better competition. Now you're in the Big Ten, playing Big Ten, win Big Ten, try to win Big Ten Player of the Year one of them years. Learn how to actually become a proper point guard, develop that shot, get smarter, stronger, and then after 4 years, then you enter the draft and you can come out and be a more athletic. What's his name? Andre Miller.
Andre Miller.
Andre Miller played 20 years.
He did. You can't poo-poo on his career. Can't poo-poo on that. Here's what I'm saying. He's better than that. Here's what I'm saying. He's better than that.
Why is he better?
IQ.
His IQ is not that high.
I'm not yet, but I'm telling you, he has trajectory.
He makes the right play. Yeah, but
he makes the right play.
But he's not gonna he's going to struggle to make a team. Realistically, if the team is not trying to add butts to the seats and viewership, he's gonna start. He ain't making New York.
He can
make Thibodeau is not no.
He can make Detroit.
No.
He can make Chicago.
No. We don't want him.
Look, if Thanasis, if the Nassus,
the Nassus tore his Achilles unknowingly.
I saw that. I was like, he tore his Achilles. What though?
He fell down the stairs and then he hit the wall.
He's like, he tore his Achilles. I was like,
the season over. I was like, you playing the Grease that early?
Oh no!
Ended the season.
No. Here's what I think. he can make the league. When the league shifts back to defense,
when they gonna do that?
I said
when they go switch back to defense with all these rules they got now? So they gonna take all so they can actually start calling travels now?
They need to.
Are they gonna take away 3 seconds in the key?
They need to.
I agree. They should, but they ain't.
They need to.
Let me tell you something. With more people that's coming in from out of this country, they don't care about defense. And that's why this league dying. Too many people are coming over here realizing, oh, this offense sweet over here. I could do whatever I want.
Yeah.
I can score 30. I'm gonna make $300 million, and I might go to the finals. And they cool with that.
Because we haven't demanded greatness.
No, we haven't.
Let's do this. So hypothetically, gets drafted by the Lakers.
They foolish.
It's a Ken Griffey Sr., Ken Griffey Jr. moment. Let's say Ken Griffey Jr., Bronny James, shocks the world. Averages rookie year 15, 8, and 2. 15 points, 8 assists, 2 steals. It's only up from there. This is why I think it can happen. Him and Jalen Brunson are the same size.
Jalen Brunson is a way better skillful player than
now he is.
No, in high school he was.
Oh my gosh. No, look.
Bro, he won a state championship.
But his dad played for the NBA too.
Yeah, and he realized, sir, for one, and that's when a video I've done. I've said this. I did a video. It is hard. It's harder for a NBA legend to produce a superstar or NBA player in general than a role player, and they're making a superstar. If you look at every role player that was an NBA player,
yeah,
and they look at their son way better than them.
Yeah.
Mike can't teach you how to be 6'6", have trapezius hands, and a 50-inch vertical. LeBron can't tell a 6'3" Bronny to be 6'9", 280, and can run like a deer and jump like a gazelle. He can't teach him that. Wardell says, son, I know how to shoot. You go shoot.
So you go.
I don't even know what height you gonna be. So you go if whatever you can do, you gonna handle this ball. You gonna pass and you gonna shoot. And he produced the greatest shooters we ever seen.
He did. Two of them. And they both.
Two of them have, and they have long for a career. And that's my thing. And that's why I made that video. It's just, and you. Even with LeBron, LeBron is doing the biggest disservice because he wants this Ken Griffey. It shouldn't matter what you want. It's what is best for him. And if this was anybody else's child, they'll be telling him, go back to college. Because at this rate, he talking about he's staying in this draft, he gonna be in the G League, and then he gonna be overseas for the rest of his career. Because he's not going. He's studying his own growth.
I do think I will never speak. You got to do what's in the best interest of yourself. But Scoop didn't have a good rookie year, and he found himself.
Scoop is more of an athlete than he is.
He's all athlete,
and that's my point.
Right.
The reason Dennis Smith is still in the league is because he can jump out the gym.
That's true.
If the reason Donovan Mitchell is because he's maybe 6 foot, but he got a 7'1" wingspan and he got a 45-inch vertical.
That's true. Spidey can't be about 5'10", 5'11".
So you got Bronny, who's 6'1" on a good day with a 6'7" wingspan, who could play solid defense, not lockdown. He's not a knockdown shooter, and he's not a go-to pass first point guard. So what you sitting here with is a super raw project that should be in college right now.
Man, should be in college.
I promise you. A lot of these players stub their growth because they think they're ready for the league and they're not. It's not bad. Why do you think so many players like Jaime Jaquez and people like that are killing? Because they did 4 years of college.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think Kyle Kuzma adjusted to the league so well? Because he did 4 years of college. Why do you think people like Corey Crisper could come in and play his role and be one of the best shooters in the league as a rookie? When he came in, because he played his role at Gonzaga. Somebody told him, "You're not going to be a first round pick, son."
Yeah, that's true.
And that's and since Bronny was start calling himself Bronny, everybody had this expectation that he was going to go to 6'8" and be this monster by the time he got to high school. I realized by the time he was a sophomore, he ain't getting no bigger. So I said, either A, you're going to have to become a freak athlete, or you're going to have to be a shooter. And he's none of that. He can shoot, but he's not at this rate and at the NBA level, if you're going to be a starting point guard, you got to at least be able to knock down 4 threes a game. He's not even taking 4 shots a game.
He's a better shooter than Patrick Beverly.
But Beverly got defense on his side.
Beverly will lock you up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if he don't have something that he's just so much better than, like, if he had one of those, I'm either a really good shooter, a really good passer, or a really good defender, or a freak athlete, one of those 4 things, he will be getting drafted somewhere. But because he don't have those 4 things, when you're that type of player, you need to go to college more. You need to stay in college. And to be quite honest with you, you should have even went to USC. You should have went to a mid-major.
I don't know about the mid-major. I think USC was a decent choice. I think he should have stayed, though.
It wasn't, because why would you go there? He competing with the best point guard in the country.
Right, I mean,
at the time.
At the time, and I think it was a good benchmark to rate himself to see where he stacked up. Let's also put in mind he had a medical scare.
I can't give him that because he wasn't even the best. He was never the guy on his high school team. From sophomore to senior year, he was never the guy. He never went off. That's why I got so mad at Steven Jackson when he went off on Austin Reeves, talking about, you ain't Bronny. Nigga, Austin Reeves was one of the greatest point guards prospects we ever seen.
In high school, Austin was a dog. I give you that.
High school, Austin was a dog.
Austin was a dog in high school.
So I don't even know
he was not watching basketball.
And that's the thing. Like, Bronny fans think they're trying to act like he had an Austin career. You didn't even have a OJ Mayo.
The juice was juicing, man.
Not in high school.
He said not
my thing, but that's my thing. If you're gonna go to a highly touted high school like that,
yeah,
it's gonna tell you about yourself.
It is.
He was never the guy. Brandon Boston was the guy when he was on that team. Buddy that was on the Drake baby mama, his mama was with Drake. That play from Chicago. That was his team. It wasn't Bronny's.
The one that went to Kenwood?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'll say this. The 2 names to watch out for: Cooper Flagg and Percy Miller's son. Well, Percy Miller Jr., yeah.
You talking about next year?
Yeah, next year, not now.
Oh, it's a couple people.
There's a couple. Those are
you know about
names.
about Ace Bailey?
Who's that?
Oh my God. That's why I need you to go watch as soon as we end. Ace Bailey. That is T-Mac.
That's T-Mac. Well, I'm going to check him out.
Literally.
I've seen Gilbert Arenas' son. He can hoop.
He got like 2 more years. He a sophomore.
Yeah, he got 2 more years.
You got next, you got Cooper Flag, you got Ace, you got his teammate, who I think probably might end up better than Cooper Flag, Isaiah Evans. He going to Duke too. He cold. Like this is a deep class next year.
Yeah. And then
Harper. I forgot Harper that's going to Rutgers. And
then there's
Scottie Pippen's son.
Scottie Pippen's, yeah.
He going to Michigan.
There's a few there, and then you got Dominique Wilkinson.
Dominique Wilkinson.
Yeah, he can jump out the gym, man. So there's a few coming. Look, after this, I want to talk about Tyson and Jake Paul after this quick break.
Ooh.
Hey, checking out you haters got bad news. Real dog.
Iron Mike Tyson versus Paul. I'm already going to tell you my prediction. 7th round TKO. Mike wins. If it goes past 9, Paul wins. Anything before 8, Iron Mike. Here's why. Muscle memory is a real thing. Mike Tyson is still Iron Mike, even if I think he's 55 now. There's still a dog in him. Now, I'm leery because age catches everybody. I was watching Ali's last 2 fights, like the training for him. Like I knew how they ended. I mean, it was 2 losses, right, back to back. Holmes and then Trevor Burbick. Honestly, he should never fought it. Parkinson's had already set in. It was just a bad watch. But his training, I've been trying to watch videos of his training. Like maybe there was some, glimpses of, blast from the past. There was nothing, at least not what's recorded. The Trevor Burbick fight, they would show him run, and he would stop, show him do sit-ups, didn't look, body wasn't tight. I mean, it looked like it was a recipe for disaster. Then I watched him at the press conference for the Trevor Burbick fight, and this was not the same man. When I watched Mike Tyson, other than Customato, it's like he's the same man. I mean, he's more in shape now than he was when he fought Klitschko. It looks like Iron Mike has enough for one more go. And if there's somebody who, because Paul does not have the background, he's a good athlete. He works out. He fights. He's not afraid to challenge. But because he's not, he didn't win the WBC, he hasn't gone through the ranks, that lack of knowledge is going to hurt him in the ring. That's why I said anything before 8, Mike, anything after 9, Jake. What about you?
I didn't want to see this at all. I just don't want to see this at all. It's just Mike is for one. The last time we seen Mike as a professional before the Rollers joints, he wasn't looking good then.
No, he wasn't.
He came back to Roy Jones, and he couldn't even get Roy Jones up out of here. So one God name think we gonna put this 20-year-old in here, he gonna do something to him.
That's true.
To me, it's just a money grab, and either 2 things gonna happen. They're gonna go the distance. Gonna be 3 things.
Draw.
It's gonna be a draw regardless because it's an exhibition. So
right, nobody is not official. Right?
Yeah. So unless somebody get knocked out, but Either that happens, it's gonna be boring because it's gonna give you draw.
Yeah.
2, it goes horribly wrong because this old man gonna get knocked out, and we don't want to see that.
We don't want to see that.
Or 3, he just so happens to catch this man.
Yeah.
And it's not like Jake Paul hasn't got caught before.
Yeah.
So it's like he didn't have that pop. He didn't have that Tyson pop the last time when he even got out of jail and everything. He didn't have that Tyson pop.
Right.
He still got the twitchiness and everything, but I don't know if that they say strength is the last thing to leave. I think that mug is almost outside the door.
It's not the same. No,
it's not the same. So it's like I just don't want to see this man get knocked out. He don't need it. He had a pretty good life going to turn his life around the way he did. Yeah. And he got his whole little podcast on his companies outside of that. Most people don't get the chance to get some of that money back that he lost, that he spent on dumb stuff, and he wicked his way to get it back. So I just like him being the new calm old uncle that we all love. And I didn't want to see him on the ring, but
hot box.
And the fact that it's on Netflix, that's how you know it's a money grab.
They're gonna make me reactivate my account. just for the fight.
Man.
Here's why I think Tyson has a shot. Every athlete has one more game. I honestly think if Ali was not dealing with onset Parkinson's, he could have beat Holmes, and he could have really gave Trevor a run.
Mm-hmm.
Ali said something. He said, my mind was telling me everything that I needed to do, but my body wouldn't move. My body couldn't do it. And that, to me, is where Mike might have the edge. You're right. He doesn't have the pop. That 1980s, early 90s Mike, then he was just, what? And folks just, that is done.
It's gone.
But he has enough whatever, and he's not dealing with any debilitating disease, at least that we don't know of, right? He looks like, from at least the videos that get posted on Instagram, though you can't trust social media, he can still, he's twitchy, his footwork is still there, his stamina is still there, and when he fought, not like that.
You're in the ring. Yeah.
Not like that. Like, I don't see him doing 5 miles a day. That Mike isn't coming back, right?
No, it's not even that. It's just with boxing. Like, you can't tell their stamina till they're in the ring.
That's true.
Now, I will say, Roy, he held up pretty good. I mean, of course, he slowed down, but
yeah,
he looked like he's in pretty good shape, especially for 50.
Yeah, I mean, but Roy got beat. Like, you watched that fight, Roy took a beating.
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel like he had like 3 rounds he lost. Like, that was just like, you lost. But I don't think he got beat.
He wasn't like, first of all, they didn't allow it to go like that. Like, I want old school Thriller in Manila type boxing back. I want to be like, hey, unless somebody about to die. No.
Wow.
No, but I mean, he's not that guy anymore. No, we know that.
Yeah, no.
But Mike still has a little, I really think this could happen. Now, I'll say this. Let's say he catches Jake. Misthrown, hook, bow, one right here, right? And he wins. Can we get the rematch between Evander Holyfield and Tyson?
No. I don't want to see 2 50-year-old men fighting. No. And I don't even think he want to do that because that's going to reopen old wounds he don't want to do.
Nah, it's going to reopen old wounds. He's still mad about that.
Like, I don't need him to bite something else off. I don't need it. I just keep them as far as, and plus Evander, we as a community, we ain't really messing with Evander like that, so he can stay where he at. Like, he ain't really somebody we messing with right now, so we gonna keep him on the side.
Evander Holyfield. We need a comeback. We need a Lennox Lewis. We need an old man match. Come back.
You need to see. You need these young dudes to be fighting. Like we need. I'm waiting for Terrence and Canelo to. I need that. That night happen. I need stuff like that.
Yeah.
I need Tank and Devin or something. I need Shakur and somebody else to do something.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I need
Well, actually, I think
I need Garcia.
I think they doing Canelo and Benavidez.
Man, I don't want to see that. Yeah, you know what I want to see?
No, Benavidez cold.
You know what I want to see?
Who?
I want to see Floyd come out of retirement. You know what I want to see him fight?
Who?
Garcia.
Ryan.
Why? Because I think he's not in his prime yet. Floyd's out of his prime. It'd be more fair versus like a Tank.
He's not gonna touch him.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not gonna be entertaining.
It's gonna be entertaining.
Bro, if Ryan was a better boxer, maybe.
He won his last fight.
I don't know why I'm not saying the man ain't talented, but if we're just talking about the art of boxing, I don't understand how he won that fight. The reason why is because he was just literally throwing that hook, and I'm like, Devin, you don't see him throwing a hook? Like that's all he was doing is throwing a hook. He did the same thing with Tank, and he threw that hook, jump, got him out of there. Yeah. I was waiting for Devin to do the same thing, and every time he did, he just dropped his head. Bow! I was like, well, I guess he don't see that left hand coming.
He said, I guess he not watching film. That's
bro. I was sitting next to my pops. I'm like, bro. Because for one, the fight should have ended in the 6th round because the ref was sitting here talking about he tripping. I'm like, he's falling forward. He ain't tripping. He's done. And bro, he just kept on bow. Every time he dropped them, it was the left hand.
That's funny.
And the thing is, it's not even like Ryan doesn't even really just like he don't do. It's not like a setup. It's obvious. It's like it's a wind up. So it's like I was like, how you not seeing this coming?
Yeah, I mean his footwork needs to get better. I'll say that.
It's not even that. Ryan has the power. It's almost like the same thing at when it was at first when Tank was at like maybe 20 wins.
Yeah.
Tank was just beating you with pure power. But then Tank learned how to defend and box. And that's why he cold now, because he actually knows how to box. He actually can, you could put him in certain situations and he's cool with it. Versus Ryan, if you get him backpedaling, it's over with.
I want to see the Deontay Wilder, Joshua.
Oh, he done. I don't want to see that no more.
Man,
that they should have did that 3 years ago.
They should have 5 years ago. 5
years. Yeah. Like once we discuss. I mean, boxing people knew Dante couldn't fight for real. He just had a bazooka in his right hand.
He got a bazooka, exactly what it is.
Like he literally got a bazooka. Like there are some people in boxing that just got that power that if they catch you, you going to sleep. But when we all knew if he went up somebody just as big but knew how to box and had power. That's why when he was going up against Gypsy, I was like, oh, Gypsy don't make sense as a fighter. He's big. He's almost 7 feet.
He's almost
big, and the thing that trips him out is he's constantly
moving.
Flipping.
Yes,
he's constantly and he's fast, so he and he could defend. Plus, he used that Philly shell, so he's using his shoulder. They don't know what to do with him.
Gypsy's a real boxer. Like that's
boxer. Yeah, he's a real boxer. Yeah, and he has the power.
Yeah, he'll hit you. It would have been nice to see him go against a Lennox Lewis. He would have took Lennox. I'm gonna be honest with you. He would have took Lennox.
Who?
Gypsy.
I feel like it would have been like a Lennox Lewis career. I think he would have got him, and then Lennox would have gained back and got him.
Yeah.
I think Lennox is somebody in the past that can actually rival Gypsy. I mean, I like Anthony Joshua, but I think if they was ever to fight, if he was ever to fight Tyson, like I said, that movement is gonna bother him.
That's true. That's true.
And plus, he ain't got. I don't know if he got the. We seen we seen that chin get chested for Joshua.
Oh yeah, he can't take it. He can't take a hit. Yeah,
he can take a hit, but Tyson can take a more of a hit.
Yeah, Tyson had a neck. Like he was built to take, blows. So
yeah, he don't make sense.
Yeah. All right, we'll get back. I want to cover people getting banned. People getting banned from their own sport.
Who got banned?
Getting banned.
Oh.
After this quick break.
I literally just tried the best pre-workout on the planet. With Superpower pre-workout, you have increased focus and a power boost every single time you work out. It's not only packed with 225 milligrams of caffeine, but it also has citrulline and creatine. It's insane how much energy and focus I had during my workouts. If you're ready to take your workouts to the next level, then ditch your current pre-workout and get the Superpower pre-workout to be your own hero.
I used it today, y'all. I got on the Him shirt. Look at the Him. www.cvmk. I'm telling you, global.store. You will not regret it. Use discount code at the checkout. CVMK for 20% off. www.cvmk. Global.store. All right, look. Sports betting is getting out of control. Players are risking their futures betting on themselves or having their interpreter or whatever bet for them. But this is the problem. What's done is done. You subbed yourself out the game, said you were sick, you throwing games, point shaving, like, all right, lack of integrity, it is what it is. I'm not here to judge you. It's wrong, but I'm not here to judge you. Here's where sports betting is going to affect professional sports like it did boxing in the 50s and 60s. If I'm backing you, corporation or whatever, and I'm saying, hey, look, I need you to take a dive. I need you not to make the shot. I need you to foul out. But I got $50 million for you. Nobody's going to know. Wired offshore account. I need you to not submit. Matter of fact, flu-like symptoms. The temptation is going to destroy the character of the sport. Because there's no way to track that. That's too much money. Like if somebody offering, it's just like I thought about Ali and Sonny Liston the second time around. Ali said, that man just took a dive. Like he literally, he got up and fainted. Like if you watch that old fight, you'd be like, what is this? Like taking dives was a boxing thing. What happens when it gets to the NBA or when it gets to the NFL? And we're like, did my quarterback just throw that out of bounds with nobody around him? Like, when are we going to start questioning the influence of dirty money in sports?
I questioned it as soon as they introduced it because I said, this is what y'all wanted. You put it out there. Once you start putting out making these fan duels and these DraftKings and these things, the draft leagues y'all do, I knew this was going to happen, and they knew this was going to happen. So it's like I don't want to hear y'all complain when this happened because y'all knew this was supposed to happen. We seen this whole, we seen the whole mob get dismantled with this stuff.
That's true.
The FBI got involved. A lot of this racketeering is a thing because a lot of this stuff.
That's true because of sports,
right? Like the RICO charge is one of those things because of that. Like they made that because of that, just to get the mob.
Yeah.
Like if you don't learn from your mistakes, I don't know what to tell you. Like you're just gonna keep falling into the same old problems. So I knew this was gonna be a thing, and it is what it is. Like I don't want to hear y'all complaining. Porter, you stupid, and that's just the end of it.
You heard what Shaq said the NBA is rigged.
It probably is. There's been multiple things over the past years you looked at it was like, that don't make sense, but okay, whatever. Like we literally seen, you see how they like just completely like pushed away that Boston ref. We just never seen him again.
Yeah.
You ain't heard a peep since that. You ain't heard nothing. We ain't seen them. We ain't heard from him.
Oh, you talking about the Twitter one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what he said? Yeah.
We ain't seen him again. They ain't let him officiate another game. They just pushed it away and act like we ain't said nothing.
He deleted his Twitter account so fast.
Yeah, like we already know what it is. Like it's always been rigged. So, like, if you look for it and you see it, it's there.
What if? And I'm gonna go here and end on this. New look Bears. I saw the schedule. It came out, wrote out.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it's not a hard schedule.
It's not. I just said it today, which is weird.
Yeah, I saw it today. I was like, win. It was like first 4 weeks, it could be all W's.
Mm-hmm. That's the first beginning of the season because we got our week 7 bye. So everything after week 7 is probably our most challenging.
So I'm thinking Caleb makes playoffs first year. 10-7, 10-6, 10-7, right?
That's literally on point. What I got it.
Yeah. He makes it, wins Rookie of the Year.
Break a couple records.
Yeah, break a couple records. I don't know about 4,000 yards thrown, but let's say 3,200.
35.
Okay, 35, 36. All right. Yeah. Wins the first round of the playoffs. I can see them getting out the first round.
Even if they don't, I just want to get to the playoffs at least.
Yeah,
that's not that like that's just bare minimum. Like he don't get an excuse not to make the playoffs this year.
In the NFC, let's say we play Dallas the first round because I feel like the Cowboys are going to be the Cowboys. So we beat Dallas because Dallas is known for doing terrible stuff in the playoffs. So beat Dallas, get out the first round, lose in the second. Good season, right? Is Caleb? Can the Bears give Caleb enough to stay? That's the question. I don't doubt his talent. I don't doubt his arm. I doubt the organizational's commitment to excellence.
Oh man, he literally has the greatest team, a number 1 pick in NFL history.
Yeah.
So we've literally strapped this whole team down for him. And gave him a completely different team. He got a replenished O-line. He already has a defense. We just beefed up the running game. We gave him an extra tight end, and we just gave him 2 extra weapons.
That's true.
He's set. He's 100% set. He should now. Of course, what we do in those probably he gonna get it. He gonna get that second contract. It's probably. When he looking at the age of 29 and 30, then we had come back to that conversation of when, but he's going to sign that big contract where he's going to be here to at least he's 27, 28, 29.
All right, I'm not mad. I think, look, Caleb Williams, and I'm going to leave with this. He's going to be the first quarterback since Jim McMahon, because we only have 1 Super Bowl, to bring a Super Bowl to Chicago.
You better.
And I'm gonna give it a time slot. I'm gonna give a time slot for it. In less than 4 years.
Dang, so you think we win a Super Bowl in Soldier Field?
Year 3. You're not gonna win first year. It's gonna be Kansas injury.
You know what? As currently constructed, that's realistic.
Yeah.
Because we're now mode, and around year 3 is when those contracts is going to be like, all right, we're going to have to start moving some things around.
Yep.
So year 3 would have to be the one that you go for that swing for the actual to be a contender.
That's it. And look, next year, the man Travis Hunter is coming out.
I don't know if we're gonna be. We might be too good enough to get.
No, he'll be too. Yeah. But I'm saying there'll be pieces. There'll be pieces that Stevo, it has been a pleasure, my man. Where can they connect with you?
Hey, follow me on NBA Central as well as Chi-Town Sports Central as well as in Chicago Bears Central, and Stevo Speaks on X/Twitter.
Y'all connect with them. The Gram CVMK _global. It is what it is _show. X at CVMK _global. I need to make it. It is what it is. I need to make the CVMK show X, like the X for it, right? I need to get that thing popping, man.
That's what you get some extra views for them lives for sure.
That's true. Hey, X is an interesting universe.
A little too interesting.
But X is where it's popping. Cody's Life _1 for them that know, they know on the X. But where the best supplements are. www. 3 W's. Don't forget the third W. .cvmkglobal.store. And until next time, guys. Thanks.
If you think exercise alone got me looking like this, well, think again. CVMK Global Super Thick got me right. I'm obsessed, and yeah, I won't stop talking about it because it helped me grow in all the right places. Its creatine provides a fast and reliable way to increase your power, size, and shape, and it's scientifically proven to help you reach your physical goals in a safe, controlled manner. So if you want to increase muscle size, pump, and thickness in your muscle groups, you need Super Thick.